get out of here. One of these buttons has to do something. I hope it's this one.
Did she do what I think she did?
Oh, shit.
Oh, yes. Looks like we'll be giving the newbie a classic welcome after all.
Wait, turn off censorship? Should I worry about that?
Hey, Kayla! Hey, how you doing?
The Bluetooth device is ready to pair. Pairing. The Bluetooth device is connected successfully.
Sorry. Sorry.
Now we're cooking. Hey, Ribbons, up and at 'em.
I don't think we...
Aren't you supposed to be submissive and agreeable? Move it!
Glitter on my eyes. Stockings ripped all up the side. Looking sick and sexy.
I like you already. Look, Pomni, we're already friends with the princess.
I'm not a child. You don't have to hype me up.
Oh, God. That just sounds like murder.
Is it really murder if it's delicious? Answer me that.
You make a great point.
No, bad point.
Why don't you leave this to me before I start thinking your hair looks like liquor? Oh, hey, maybe I didn't leave the gate unlocked for nothing after all.
What? I thought he was dead. You still did that?
He gave me the Wait, what?
Wait, what?
How does this benefit you at all?
I guess I just don't want you to feel like you're nothing. I don't want anybody to feel like that.
But I'm not even a real person. Would I even belong?
I'm sure you wouldn't belong any less than me.
Do you know this in the Amazing Digital Circus? Gooseworks has teased that episode 3 is probably her favourite episode. So what'll happen? Episode 3 is most likely the fast food episode, based on teasers we saw during the season 1 trailer. Gooseworks has revealed that each episode will focus on a different character, with episode 3 being Zoobles. Zooble is the character we've seen the least so far, so it'll be interesting to see her take centre stage. I reckon the cast will be tasked with operating a fast food restaurant by Kane, and some wacky hijinks will ensue. Goose has said that episode 3 also isn't for kids. I'm not really sure what that's referring to, but perhaps it's darker than the rest of the season. She gave a content warning previously and it contains some crazy stuff, so episode 3 probably contains a lot of these. Fans are also predicting that in this episode a main cast member will die. Personally, I don't think it'll be episode 3, but perhaps another episode will be a murder mystery adventure centered around a creepy mansion. What do you think will happen in episode 3? Let me know down below.
Episode 3 is not gonna be what you think. I'm thinking it's gonna be a lot darker than episode 1 and 2 based on the evidence that we've gotten so far. Because the creators of the show are aiming to target a slightly older audience than the current one. Everyone knows the issue around the Amazing Digital Circus where Glitch and Gooseworks had to address the issue in the trailer video for the season, where they had Kane to say what is really happening in the audience of the show. And the Amazing Digital Circus, if you watch it on mute, can seem like a children's show because of its animation style and bright colors. And with the power of the content farm channels where they upload hundreds of videos about the characters not even following the plot of the actual show, is only making it even bigger and more into a kids show rather than a show for everyone. However, we do know that these kind of interpretations are really far from the truth, and especially how the show's main target audience is people in their 20s, we can guess that the creators are going to want to shift away from the previous categorization, which a lot of people have called it a kids show, but in reality it's a show for everyone aimed towards people at their 20s. And Gooseworks has already confirmed that this doesn't mean we're going to see explicit content, okay? There's no anything bad here, but rather the fact that they're going to go deeper on the psychological side of the story, which means that kids aren't even going to want to watch. They're not going to care about depression. They care about skibbity toilet. And as sad as this is, as sad as our society is, that's probably what'll happen. But this is where I see episode 3 taking a turn, as we saw this topic get introduced in episode 1 because we saw some things about the characters' personalities. For example, we saw POMNI spawn in and she was very shocked and scared, and later in episode 2 we saw how she made friends with Gummigoo after they shared their feelings about life with each other, which a lot of people should do. When's the last time you've talked about life? For me it's been a while, but back to the video. But as we know, POMNI didn't have the opportunity to be happy for too long because Kane immediately killed Gummigoo after he set foot in the circus. And while POMNI was in disbelief, later she realized she still has friends around and she just needs to accept their friendship, which is, I guess, our lesson for kids. It's a lesson for everybody, but I think it's gonna get a lot deeper in episode 3. And we know episode 3 is going to be about Zooble and someone else as well. So I'm guessing we'll finally see more about Zooble because in episode 1 and 2 she barely had any screen time. So she's really still a mystery to us, at least the deeper parts of her character. And I'm thinking that we're gonna see her on an adventure in episode 3 and see how she acts around the others, because the adventures are good for occupying the circus members' minds, but we can also see how they can create tension between people, just like POMNI and Ragatha, where POMNI decided not to save Ragatha. So I think that the reason why Zooble hates adventures and she's not going most of the time, or at least that's what we've seen, is because something might have happened to her and she's probably not as forgiving as Ragatha is. So if somebody would have done the same to her what POMNI did to Ragatha, Zooble would have probably been fearful of going on any more adventures because of what happened. And I don't think that the other circus members would treat her badly, except for maybe Jax, because he just does whatever he feels like. And we saw in episode 1 and 2 that Jax does like to annoy Zooble, and Zooble didn't really seem too affected by it.
This little circus was about one thing: revenge! You never knew it, POMNI, but I was always there. On that day, when I was resting under the beautiful sun, you came and ruined my cold, beautiful beers! No! Now I'm going to mass produce you, POMNI!
Well, I'm gonna go drink water! It's been a while since I've done that.
Although the primary adventure for Candy Carrier Chaos took place in a candy-themed world, fans were immediately drawn to the wide horizons and the bandits who took time to rest beside a fire, adorning boots, handkerchiefs, and hats. POMNI makes the astute observation that the period for the adventure seemed to clash with others. However, audience members complained when Gummigoo and his fellow crocodile gummies looked like they belonged in a Western setting. Westerns are a timeless genre that many people enjoy. Since POMNI and the others are meant to fill the role of heroes in their adventures, it would make sense for them to join forces with the stoic NPC sheriff determined to save their town. The episode could feature unique costume changes for the characters, distinct horses or other mounts that match their personalities, and the return of old friends. NPCs. Ragatha mentions that Kane will occasionally reuse old NPCs, claiming that Pomni may reconnect with Gummigoo in the future. His desire to protect his village, help his mom, and find a peaceful solution to everyone needing the maple syrup in Candy Carrier Chaos points to Gummigoo retaining good morals. He could even be the sheriff in this new adventure, recasted in the role to give it more emotional stakes.
POMNI?
Yes, Jax?
I don't know if I can survive in this digital circus alone.
Me neither.
It's just so scary without you.
I don't want to lose you.
I have to tell you something. Ever since the...
Hey, wait, come back here! What? I have to draw you. You're why cavemen painted on walls.
Bro, what happened to your face? Did you do that?
I did not do that.
Then who did? Yeah, who?